Hi guys, or should I say hello people of the world, how you're doing?
Nana, you know what you should do? You need to do like a rap. Hello.
This is what I have to deal with, guys. After 6 years of marriage, you just...
People of the world. People of the world. I'm telling you, Nana, that will be a hit. It'll be a hit.
People think I'm weird.
I'm telling you, just we'll call it People of the World track.
This is love, sweet love, coming from the bottom of my heart. It's Nyasha and Nana.
Hello.
Nana's coming. She's coming.
Hello, people. I know Nyasha recently thinks he's a rapper, which he's so not. But anyway,
she's really good.
Anyway, no, you're not. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You're not. You can put the music together, but you're actually not a good rapper.
Can I ask you a question? Who's better, me or Vic O?
Vic O.
Ah!
Anyway, hi people of the world. Sorry for the interruption, but yes, you're back here again with Nana and Nyasha for another video. We said we were going to do like a little series of marriage since it's our wedding anniversary month. So we thought we would do one on 5 things we've learned in the 6 years of marriage. I don't think they've really changed much over the years, but hey, you might hear some new ones. So what's your first one?
You go first.
I don't have a first one. So
you don't have a first one.
You said you're going with the flow, so go on. Go with the flow.
Going with the flow. Okay. Anyways, first one that I have is compromise. So, yeah, I think we spoke to a few people when we were here. Some people who had been married over 30 years.
That was my point.
Compromise.
You stole my point. It wasn't compromise, but you stole my point. But anyway, go on.
So yeah, we spoke to a few people here who had done 30 years. I think about 30-ish years. They said their oldest was 29.
Yeah, they were married for 30 years.
30 years, and they said we told them, oh, it's our 6th-year anniversary, and they said we got past the 5-year hump. So she said the first 5 years are really the most.
How was 5 years? Was that hard? 5 years was alright. Last year was quite a nice year.
No, yeah, but they said getting through 5 years was what they're saying. So once you're getting past the 5 years,
it's like you're stuck here. You might as well stay. So
people get broken up even after.
That's actually true. That always shocks me.
18 years when all the kids are out, they're like, okay, 18 years, the kids are out, let's go.
I think that's what scares me, and that's what kind of keeps me on my toes. And we're like, how do people get married for 20 years and after 20 years they're like, yeah, I don't love you anymore, or like split up? That's too scary to me. So I guess like it makes me think you still got to work hard in your marriage no matter what, because if people are getting divorced after like 20 years and like, I don't understand. Anyway, I'm not there yet. Maybe when I'm there I can give you more light.
No, can I continue my points? Thank you, Nana. Yeah, so they'd done 30 years and they said getting past that 5-year hump is the most important thing. But yeah, for me, what I've learned is compromise. So like sometimes you feel like you should get your way. Yeah, you should just compromise. Just compromise. Or during your discussions, if you guys are having an argument, just think, okay, how can we compromise so that we can, have similar points on? Yes, or so that we can move on. Because the worst thing is now, if one person is stuck in their ways, and the other person stuck in their ways, you're never gonna be able to get through stuff. So one of the things, for example, is having kids. So you're two different families. You've been raised one way, the other person's been raised another way, and you were taught to do things in a certain way, and you maybe want to make adjustments to what your parents did, however. So now you come in, you're meeting another person, and that person completely has a completely different way of doing things. So now you're having to compromise all your points so that you can have harmony in your house, so your family can be one rather than 2 individuals. So in order for you to have harmony, you just have to have compromise. So yeah, that's for me. Compromise. I
would say one of my points is pretty much comes under communication, but it's having a heart-to-heart. I feel like this year I learned to have a heart-to-heart. Even though it's been like, what, we've been married 6 years now, I feel like this year is the year that I truly understood what it means to have a heart-to-heart or to communicate not that we never communicated, but that's what I'm calling heart to heart. Like really say what's on your chest without the other person perhaps getting upset. But what I also learned, in order to have the heart to heart about how you both truly feel, you both have to be on the same page within the same mind frame. Because I could be like, Nyasha, this is how I felt about this, like I didn't like it. But because he's not in that same space, what I'm saying is literally just going over his head, vice versa. So I really learned this year that you have to be in the same space, same mind frame to be able to have a proper heart to heart to say, you know what, when you do things like this, I don't like it. When you do X, Y, Z, I don't like it. I feel like that's the only true way to be able to like move forward, or know that, oh, okay, all this time I thought it was a joke, I didn't realize it was hurting you, or whatever it is really, to be able to move forward. Yeah, so yeah, heart to heart. That's my first one. What's your next one?
My next one is don't take it to heart, or when it hurts you, just think that the person loves me and that's why they're saying it. The reason, so I'm one person sometimes, and Nana likes to give her opinion with a lot of things. Her opinion, like, she doesn't know how to keep her opinion to herself.
I'm working on it. Difficult.
Yeah.
I'm still, after 6 years, I am still working. It is hard. I can't watch something and not say it.
Yes.
Like, it literally, I'm like, it's on the tip of my tongue. Like, don't say it. Don't. That's what happens.
Like, Nana is very bad at timing as well. So the timing of when to say things. So now what I've taught myself is it's coming from a place of love. So even when I want to speak outwards, Nana will be like, so what's wrong? What's wrong? What have I done? So I'm at that point, what I'm actually doing is holding myself, telling myself it's coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of love. And I think that's probably the most important thing for me anyways, that's got me through a lot of, you know, days where I could just be screaming my head off. Is just knowing it's coming from a place of love. As long as you both love each other and you're both constantly thinking, okay, how can I not make this person upset? How can I say things in the right way? Or, yeah, as long as you know that the other person is actually loves you,
yeah,
then the things that they say should be coming from a place of love. And that's why I tell myself all the time.
It's just that in that moment, sometimes it's just hard to remember, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's not saying that I haven't like blown up and been like, whoa.
Yeah.
But I think
it's hard.
Yeah,
you just have
choose
to
your battles as well. Oh, that's my third point. Choose your battles. So one is it's coming from a place of love. So I think that's what the point is called. Coming from a place of love. And the other point is choose your battles. It's not everything that you need to complain about, or that you need to shout about, or that you need to, yeah, like just chill, man. Sometimes it's okay just to chill, just to take a hit sometimes. You know, get a stab in the back. It's alright. So they happen.
So as Nyasha was saying, we met like two lovely couples. We basically we were on a ferry and they asked us if we wanted to share a boat with them to like go around Capri and stuff. And we were like, okay, yeah, cool. So lovely couple from Ethiopia, and she works in Rome, I think. Well, they live in Rome at the moment. But anyway, they travel around the world. So I said to them, oh, can you tell us a secret? What's kept your marriage for like 30 years so we can learn? Because like today's the anniversary. And the lady was basically like, have no expectation. Because if you don't have an expectation, you won't be disappointed. And for the first time, I was like, wow. I think that for a lot of people around me, no offense, friends, family, I don't have a lot of expectation. Maybe because in the past I've had so many disappointments that, to be honest, if someone doesn't really do something, I might be upset a little bit, but I don't hold on to it, because I really have low expectations. I don't have a lot of expectations for people around me, whether it's been like helping, and maybe that's why, if you know me, I'm like, oh, it's fine, I've got this, I'll do it myself, because that way I won't get disappointed, do you get what I mean? So, yeah, so I'm just like, Miss Independent, that's why you love me. Anyway, so, but for the first time, I've thought about it in the marriage context, and I was like, wow, that is so true, because I guess as my husband, I have like so many expectations. Like, I expect you to take out the bin. Like, I don't like doing the bin. If I have to do it, I'll do it. But like, just little things, I expect so much. And then it just made me think, wow, you're human as much as I'm human. And maybe I should lower my expectations.
Yes, you should.
I should try and lower my expectations and not expect so much from Nyasha, and that way I won't be disappointed. But I guess in a way it gives more harmony, because like for example, if Nyasha went to the Chinese shop and he bought himself rice, maybe I'll be expecting that, oh, Nyasha's going to the Chinese shop, so he'll buy me spring rolls because he knows I like spring rolls. And then he comes about it and I'm like, really? I thought you knew me. That's never really happened.
Just so you guys
he usually buys me stuff. But I'm just using an example because I can't think of one from the top of my head. I'm like, really? You went there? It has happened with other things. I can't think. Really? You went there and you didn't think that you should like buy me something?
This scenario has definitely happened.
Yeah, like why would you
She'll come back and complain, oh, so you didn't give me anything.
Yeah, or vice versa.
I didn't know you wanted anything.
Yeah,
you knew I was going. You knew I was going, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, even vice versa.
Or so she'll say, oh, well, you're not gonna ask, oh, I'll go into, this is a typical one. I'll go into, so I'll get to the petrol station, I'll go into the shop and I'll buy myself crisp and a drink. And I'll get back to the car, and Nana will say to me, oh, I wanted something. I'm like, oh, why did you tell me when I was going to the shop?
Or like, why didn't you ask me? Because sometimes you ask me. But anyway.
Yes.
But anyway, so for the first time in my life, like what, 3 days ago, I finally thought, wow, within marriage, like, there's limits on your expectations. Like, don't expect. If Nyasha went to the shop and didn't get me a crisp, even though I feel like he should know me, it's really not that deep. So I guess this is something new that I will personally be working off. And I just found out, vice versa, by the way. And I just found out, and obviously it's like on the 6th year of anniversary, the actual date on the dot is when I found this out, and I'm like, wow, that's quite deep. So yeah, I'm gonna use that. What's your next point? I've kind of given 3.
I've given 3.
Okay, so I'll go into my next one. I've learned to just be happy. Hard to practice, but just be happy and be grateful, because even look, we're in COVID at the moment, right? And it's just a madness going on. So like, especially like last year, I know you guys know me, I like traveling, blah blah blah, I love it a lot more than Nyasha. He likes traveling too, but I like the plane ride, but yeah, I'm starting to realize anyways, continue. Yeah, I love traveling, and I just thought like, wow, like we had such a good time last year, like just traveling the world with your best friend. Like, who wouldn't want that? And it was just like, it just makes everything in the world, like little matters so small. It just makes me want to strive and be better as a person in things that we do or plans that we have. Just to be happy and grateful. Literally, like, even like the last few months, I literally look at my son and I look at my husband and I'm like, how did I get here? Like, they make me so happy and I cannot imagine life without it. And so when I compare that happiness into the little things that I might complain about, I'm just like, why am I even complaining? Or even sometimes, I know you shouldn't like look at other people, but sometimes I look at other people and I'm like, Jesus, I am grateful that I have this one. I'm just grateful for what you have given me, and I can't imagine anything more. So just happiness and gratefulness, honestly. Like when you look at the happy moments in your life, nothing else that's the opposite even compares. So that's my 3rd one. Just keep the happiness.
My next point is happy wife, happy life. I know I've probably said this every single year, or I said it from even before when we're going out. But yeah, just keep the person next to you happy. Keep the person next to you happy.
So it's not necessarily happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, but you're my
keep
wife.
Your spouse happy.
Keep your spouse happy. And that's not saying that you're not going to have unhappy moments, but I think it's just important, just like, it's kind of similar to choose your battles, but the other thing is not just choosing your battles. So whether it's just go buy some flowers, bring flowers home, or buy some chocolates, or go out on a date. Just keep doing stuff to keep because it can become like literally just like a friendship. So at times you're just like, oh, hey, how's work?
Routine, yeah.
What you do, or you just have a chat. But if you then now start doing stuff like nice stuff, then like takes away from the, oh, this person's always in my face sort of thing. Like, so you're keeping the...
You need to keep injecting the romance.
Yes.
Yeah, like when I packed a few things, like on the way we're coming, you're like, oh, have you got this? I was like, I've got it. Like tissue for you. Little things like that. No. Okay, you don't think that.
No, those things were nice. You made sure that all the stuff that I didn't think about was there. Yeah. But I don't know. I didn't find that romantic.
Oh. Not romantic, but I thought of like, oh, thanks for thinking of me.
No, I did. I was like, oh, you have tissue. Like, you know,
I got you tissue. I got you goggles. I don't know, like 5 things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nyasha bought me some flowers the other day, which he hasn't done in a while. So it was like, oh, thank you. Yeah, it's like kind of saying, like, I feel like you need to find different ways to inject the romance. You can get into a routine day to day. So like, especially with COVID, you know, at the beginning it's like, woohoo, we can do loads of like interesting things, go for a lovely walk that we didn't really used to do, go to the woods with our son and like different things. But as time goes on, it kind of dies. So it's like finding different ways to do things. And I think at the beginning of our relationship, we used to do a lot of like activities, like weird things. We went, what have we done? Like, it's probably on YouTube. Yeah, we've done like Sparta together. We did candle making classes. Yeah. We've done chocolate making classes.
A lot of these things though is stuff that Nana likes.
So you did enjoy it?
I must say I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the company more. So as in we're doing things together.
Yeah, but that's the whole point.
The activity.
But it's
that you enjoyed more than I enjoyed.
I didn't really care about it that much. It's more like having the time together, doing something that we can enjoy together. So yeah,
I always said we should. So the thing that I like is like stuff like going to the cinema. I really like watching movies and stuff, but Nana doesn't like.
I've been to the movies with you loads of times.
When was the last time you went to a movie?
I don't know. When was the last time you took me? It's something you like, so you have to organise it to take me.
No, but you don't like it that much. So I've offered sometimes, and you said, "Oh no."
I don't mind going to the cinema. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so finding new ways to inject a romance, because you can get into the same life routine and then not basically do anything, just end up in the house, just doing day-to-day life.
Well,
and that's why
COVID has injected that and made us see that you have to be comfortable. I personally think during COVID we spent a lot of time together, but like watching programs and like stuff like that, like sitting down. We've had to readjust how we do things. Yeah. And I personally like it because it's cheaper. It's cheaper.
Not when you start ordering takeaway. But
no,
yeah.
Now we've started ordering takeaway. So ever since this
I want to check
Eat Out to Help.
Okay, go on.
Ever since Eat Out to Help Out came out, now Nana has been like, let's go out, let's get this.
But actually, you know, we only did that Eat Out to Help Out once.
Yeah, but then
and then the second time, they just had it as the restaurant place. Anyway, we've been eating out a lot. That's my 4th point. What's yours?
So my 4th point. I'm on my
What's your 5th point then?
Okay, my 5th point is just forgive. Just forgive.
Forget?
And forget. Yes. Forget, I'm specifically sprinkling this one on Nana. Just
I don't even know what that means, but clearly we're still working things out in 6 years of marriage, but hey.
In marriage, sometimes you're 2 human beings, you say things in a way that the other person doesn't like, or you do things that the other person doesn't like, and it happens. But I think forgiveness is just so important. Just like forgive and literally just forget it and move on. Because one of the problems is if you just hold on to things, like you literally be walking day to day and like, I can't believe they said this. Like, and you're the only person you're causing issues for is yourself. Like, as Nana said, the best thing for you to do is if you have a problem, have a heart to heart, talk about, oh, you said this, I didn't like it, get it completely squashed, rather than you keep on holding it day in, day out. The other person's like, what's wrong? Which I'm a criminal for. Other person's like, what's wrong? What have I done? And you can't even tell them what you've done because you're still angry by it and you still want to be angry about it. So just forgive. Just let it go. Just forgive, forget, and move on, because that's the way to keep the home happy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like I've recently just learned that, like, I feel like I don't stay as angry as long, whereas before I used to be like annoyed for ages. But I realized the more it goes on, the more you create a different atmosphere in your house. So, and it rubs off on the next person. So to be honest, now when I'm annoyed, even though I'm really annoyed, I try to go over it in my head, like, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. Like, look at the bigger picture. It's not that deep to get over it, because if you don't, you create more tension. and it's just not nice for both of you. It's not nice environment for you to be in. So if something happens, it's just move on. Like life, it's not that deep. This person could drop dead literally the next second. So it's really not that deep. Just I literally have to talk to myself in my brain and be like, it was just this. Like it was just this. Like get over it. My final point, which actually kind of piggybacks off Nyasha's point, is just, I think I really learned this even before marriage, but obviously in practice it's harder. I don't think I do it as much. I probably have done it, but choose your words so carefully, guys, because once those words leave your mouth, they can never go back. Once it's out, that's it. And as much as you can say forgive and stuff like that, sometimes if someone does something to remind you of it or any little thing, it just reminds you, and you're like, the pain from whatever they've said is like double, even though you've moved on from it. So just choose your words so carefully, because what you say cannot be erased. And if you're a Christian, even not if you're not a Christian, the power of the tongue is so powerful. What you say about your spouse is so important. So just be careful of the words that you speak over them, in front of your kids, in front of your family. Just choose your words. Even if you want to say something, don't let it leave your tongue, because once it's out, you can never take it back. So yeah, that's it. That's my final point.
Alright, and I totally agree. Like, so doing things like saying, oh, you're dumb.
Oh yeah, we don't do things like that.
You're dumb, or you're an idiot. All these words like that. Just cut them completely out of your home. Don't let them. Just, in fact, start now. Those who are married, just start now. Start now.
Even if you're not married,
try not to. Even with your friends, don't say those things. Don't say those things, because what happens is, if you're okay saying it to your friends or like your family, like if you're okay saying it to them, you're gonna say it in your house. Like it's a guarantee that you'll say it to your husband, or you're dumb. And the problem is like when you say those things like to people, now when you say it to like a close family member, just like you're putting things out there, and the person, you start seeing that the person is doing even more dumb things, and you're like, you're getting dumber by the day. And it's only because you're confessing into their life. Yeah. So
I know with a lot of people, they say like, oh, don't swear at home or stuff like that. But really, maybe we're extra. Maybe we're extra, but we don't use words like, you're such an idiot. Maybe I have to be really annoyed at someone who's driving like mad for it to come out. But in our household, we don't use the word like, you're an idiot, you're stupid, you're foolish. We just don't use terrible words. We don't even say the word shut up or like idiot, all those kind of words. We don't use it at home because we don't really believe it. We don't want to speak those words over each other.
And we don't want our kids or anyone else in our family to
learn those things. And we don't use it amongst our friends. So
only good words. So you're a superstar,
positivity.
You're beautiful, you're handsome, oh, you're amazing, you're so smart. All those things.
But we don't really insult each other.
That's how
even when we're annoyed, we don't insult each other really.
Yeah, I think that's important. Like, you know,
when we're annoyed, we don't like.
I don't know why people, when they're angry, that they start like saying, oh,
it's not to say that we've never said hurtful things, but we don't insult each other like, you're stupid, oh my god, you're so stupid, you're an idiot, you're rubbish man, husband, or whatever. We don't do that. But anyway, that's what we think is important. But yeah, we'll round it up now. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you learned some nuggets. Hopefully next year we'll be able to give you some new points or the same points, because we've never arrived. We are still learning, we're still moving. So yeah, whatever we learn, we'll show you guys. So make sure you like, you comment and subscribe. And if you found any of these points useful, just put a thumbs up in the comment. Just the thumbs up, okay? And yeah, we'll see you again next time.
Bye.
It's Nyasha and